And welcome everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I am Monster to Mermaid, and this is Minecraft with the Minecolonies mod. And I am going to change my view pretty quickly. See that guy standing behind me? That is a grown-up teenager. And we are going to enroll him in the university. He is one of the last to grow up, and we can check. I'm almost positive that that was Jillian's last student. He was Jillian's last student, and yes, Jillian concurs. There are no more students at this time, and she is happy to see them all going to the university. So let's get Marcel enrolled. He's going to be enrolled at the underwater university, Seabridge, and right here. But I think we're going to put him in with the rest of the students in Case's library here. And let's come here and see. We should have a room for him. Yes, we do. So there is Marcel, and Marcel has joined the university. And what am I standing on? Oh, I'm standing on a stair. Okay. And Case will be here to meet him, and Youssef also. Youssef is also a teacher. And then behind the counter, look at this, is Jacob. Jacob's doing some work behind the counter. Is something here, a trap door that they can go through? Is there a trap door here? There is not. Why is that not a trap door? Panel, what? Panel. Let's take this out and make it a trap door. What is this? We'll look at that in a minute, but let's come over here in this corner, and let's get an architect's cutter first, and that is either dark oak or let's look at dark first. I'm not sure what that is. I'll find out in a minute. Or spruce. And then we'll make the trapdoor out of it. It is dark oak as it can possibly be. So let us come here, and we'll put this dark oak in, and we'll make this trapdoor to match. And let's see why they didn't make a trapdoor. Probably because it was the wrong... Yeah, that's why. Because there was no way to get it to match properly. So it would look like that. That's why they didn't do it. I totally understand. Totally. But we're going to have it so that they don't jump over this seat. Jump over this table trying to get to this right there. So that's all we're going to look at right at this moment.
I can help you with that. This is
the level 5 of the library. We also learned a thing or two about Stash the last time we were in. What? Did that look like he teleported?
I'm going to do my best to work for you.
That really did. Huh. Okay, that was interesting. So all of those students and teachers are part of the university. There's Roland. Roland is the curator of the Museum of Natural History, and Kiyoshi, wherever she may be, is the dean. And Case is the head librarian for the university library, and Youssef is one of the professors, and there's Kiyoshi. Okay, and I'm going to do something right now.
I can help you with that.
Yes, you can. As a matter of fact, you can absolutely help me, because I'm going to I'm going to get rid of all my magic.
Good day to you.
Hi. And we're going to just be a survivor. And the reason we're doing that is because I want to have an interaction with this hut block, and I don't want anything bad to happen. So let's go into the hut block. Let's look at technologies again, and let's see what we've got. So what we're trying to aim for is open the nether, and in order to do that we need more scrolls, which is it requires an enchanter totaling at least level 3. We have that, don't we? I'm pretty sure we do. And then we need 64 paper, 1 tome, and 64 lapis. What do we have here? Do we have anything? Oops, not there. Here. Do we have anything yet? We have the 64 lapis. Let's go to the other mailbox and see if we received the other pieces that we needed. We can go down here. So we were waiting for Ermias's crop to come in. Ermias was supposed to be making us a large load of paper. So let's see what we've got here. Inventory. We do have paper. Wow. Okay, so these are the things that we needed for to open up some studies. Let's see if we have everything now. Did I get a tome? Is this going to happen again, that there isn't a tome? I have tomes on the list, and yet they are not here. Did we decide to put them into the ender chest because it was acting very strange? We did indeed. So these were delivered from my people, from the Mermaid Nation, these 2 tomes. We have many tomes from the time. Everyone's going home. It's midnight. Okay, many tomes from that time. I'm going to take all this stuff that I have on me and put it in the post box in the university first, so that I don't lose any of the pieces that I need. So we're going to put them right here. And let's just go ahead and put all of this in here. There's a reason for all of that, but for right now, I'm not quite sure. So I'll have to come and look at them again. Wait, what was that? I've got some stained glass. Interesting. Okay, and that probably had to do with what we were working on yesterday. We were working on the new housing in the farm area. And the farmers are going to have another set of housing to choose from when they're not having kids. Kids are usually raised in the residential area, so this new farm housing is actually for couples and singles, and it is off of this field and through this door, and this is what we were working on yesterday. This is an urban birch residence, and the urban birch residence is actually a set, this is very dark, a set of apartments. It's an apartment complex, and so we can actually, let me see here, I did not get that. Do I want to, or do I just want to go through? It's going to be a little dark in this hall, but we'll work on it in just a second. And yes, this apartment doesn't have this wall yet because we didn't decide what color the walls were going to be in here or what type of floor. You can also see the apartment up above that also doesn't have the flooring or the walls in as yet. This still has the glass at the in the hallway. Oh, and it still has this. This is going to be unfortunate, but we will have to move this aquarium, and because this apartment is going to expand out, and that's what we're going to work on as soon as everybody has a place. I'm going here. I'm going to sleep. Zafki, Yasu, how are you? How are you doing? Posise. Yes, hello. And let me come here. It's nice to see you. Yay. And we had fun this morning. Vincentius Primus got a surprise. His new system came early. That's going to allow us to have a server. Remember when we were working on this? We were working on this yesterday. And so he is deep into that right now, and that is going to allow for us to have a server of our own where we can play together. And that will be fun. We haven't done that in a long time. And I'm happy that he's looking forward to it too. So this is going to be fun for both of us. This goes right smack into the wall right there. But I'll think about that later. 4 games you're not going to play that you wanted. And what are those? 4 games you're not going to play that you wanted. Ooh, I'm listening. I am listening. Let's come over here. I'm going to go find Malaya. She doesn't have a project. She's one of our builders who does not have a project at the moment.
I could help you with that.
I want to see what to assign. From ninja to dead pirates. Interesting. Ninja to dead pirates. Curious. Oh, and you're crying. Why are you distressed? Why aren't you going to be able to play them? Are they on some sort of... Are they not playable? Is that it? She does not have a project. That is correct. And we'll see. Oh, that's sad. I know. She was supposed to be here. And okay, hold on for a second. How are Vincentius and I? My sister just said something to me just now, and I'm going to send her a quick message right quick. And tell her that there is something in the hall for her. And let's see. And there we go. Okay. So, thank you for asking. You don't have the hardware. Yes, some of the games, they really require some really intense hardware. They do. Vincentius Primus is in heaven. He just got a brand new piece of hardware, and so he is quite happy. Cassidy, is it a level 5? Yay, Cassidy! Cassidy now has a level 5 glass shop. And I want to see something right quick. I'm going to have to change into my magical self to do this. So let's come here and let's go here. Let's go back to magic. Being creative. I'm having, there we go. Okay, because I want to get shards. Let's get some glass shard. There we go, glass shard. And let's use this, and let's see if I can teach her now. crafting.
What is it?
I see those. Let's teach a recipe and let's teach her to make glass block out of shard. And let's see how many it takes. Let's start with 4. And sure enough, there it is. And it is not her. It is definitely not her. Why wouldn't the glass person be able to make glass out of glass shard? Isn't that interesting? Let me go up to the mechanic. Is this maybe the second or third time that I've tried maybe trying to figure out who it is? But, oh, that, I know how that feels. Because when we looked at Shadow Gambit is one of the ones that he wants to play, that Zaf wants to play. The Cursed Crew, ooh, Lords of the Fallen, and Alone in the Dark, the remake of Alone in the Dark. Wow, those sound interesting. I know when we found out that Subnautica and Vintage Story were not available, Vintage Story, I don't think it's ever going to be available to play.
I can help you with that.
Which is okay. We've come to terms with that. But let's try just once. Let me try just once and see. I know that if I went out to the JEI, maybe it would show me. But I'm going to try this for just a minute. No! All right. So it might be that, but you'll watch all of them a bit.
I can help you with that.
Not complete. Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to see everything because you want to you want to play. You want to play it eventually. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Zaf. I know. I really do. I know that thing where, no, we can't play. We can't play it. Let me do this because this is ridiculous. So let's come here. Let's come back to here. And let's go to this crafting table here and let's put in glass. No, let's go to the GUI, glass. And there it is. And let's take just regular glass, which is what this is right here. And it is showing the glass blower. It's showing the glass blower. Why can't I get the glass blower to make it? It is saying the glass blower makes it. Huh. So I might have to mention that the glass blower will not take the recipe. This is the sifter here, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And that is one of our kids. Who is this? Who's in the machine doing something? What are you doing in the machine? What is that? Elijah. Okay. Yeah. So you found them interesting? They sound interesting. They definitely do. They definitely sound interesting. Okay. So let's come down here. Jaden, let's go to the glass shop again, right here. What is happening here? What is the misunderstanding between me and the glass shop? So, custom recipes, smelting, so she can smelt. There's custom, and this is the glass, and this is where I should be able to teach, and I'm not. Task. Maybe she doesn't need to be taught it. Maybe she doesn't need to be taught that recipe. She automatically knows it. But then it should be here. The first title is a stealth game that you played and liked. Aha! Ooh. Shadow Gambit. That's the first one that he's talking about. It sounds interesting. I mean, the name sounds interesting to me, and that's pretty cool. Let's try one more time. There, I don't know what's happening, why I can't get this. Let's try it in this,
I can help
me
you
being
with that.
here. Either the glass blower has no space or the recipe doesn't correspond. And does she make it maybe with more glass pieces? Let's see if maybe they require more glass pieces. No. No, it's still that. And nope. So the glass maker is not making glass. That's actually maybe even something that needs to be looked at by not Mixasa. That's actually Minecolonies team thing, and that the glass maker is not making glass, and we'll have to check. This is now a level 5, so there's no reason why the glass maker would not be doing that. And she is absolute, and it's the building that's saying that. Wow. So, and then the cursed crew must be the pirate one, right? That must be the pirate one that you were looking at. Let's look here. And yeah, let's Dead Pirates in that one. You played a ninja in the old one, and ninja must be the Shadow Gambit one, or Alone in the Dark. I'm not sure which one is the ninja one. I'm actually not familiar with any of those, curiously. I'm going to go back to my creative self so that I can decorate. Create. And dead, okay. And secrets, you did that one too. Cursed Crew, Lord of the Fallen, and Alone in the Dark. And secrets. Okay, let's come here. We're going to do two things here. Let me get this for a minute. Let's get this. We're going to put this to the side. I need white. And the blue I don't have. The light blue probably got clicked away. Let me see. Architect CH. Let's get the concrete, CONCRE. And let's get, this is light blue actually. That doesn't look light blue. That looks cyan. So let's look and see which one it is. It is cyan. The old one is. Okay, and then let's put this back because I'm going to have to make panel pieces to go on the top where it's leaking. So we'll make these panel pieces, and then we still need some to put on the floor right here. So we need one here. There should be a light here. Let's just put that, it's kind of in the middle. Yeah, that is exactly in the middle. So this is actually where we need to put a light, a lantern. And we'll do that. And yeah, I haven't, I'd be curious to see if Vincentius has heard of some of them. He probably has heard of the games. I can't wait. Uh-oh. I need a trap door. I need a trap. It's a trap. Now wait a minute. I have traps out here. I definitely have a trap somewhere in this. There it is. Right there. Run. So we're going to put a trap over this. Right here. This is a trapdoor, and then we can make this one the blue right here, and this no jeez. Okay, and this one I made a mistake, and there we go. Okay, and I can either put this back across, or I can use the flat. Let me see what this looks like. This is the same. Does this have anything on it? Is it actually dripping? It sure is. Okay, so let's take, that's a concrete stair right there. T, concrete. R-E. Concrete stair is going to leak. And I'm not sure how I feel. Oi, Mr. Villager! Oi! The old one you played was Shadow Tactics with Mimi Studios. Ah, so that's Shadow Tactics was the one, the old one, and that was some years ago. Okay, all right. Como está você, Mr. Villager? How are you? And I don't want to use that because that's going to be a problem. And yet these are all stairs here, but the stairs aren't leaking. It's the part beyond the stairs that's actually leaking. So I could make it these in keeping. It's flat in that area, so why don't we do that? It's not like they have to go use some kind of stair area, so we're going to just go ahead and use the copper because it's so beautiful, and we'll put it in. This is theirs, and there we are. Okay, and that brings us down, and that's going to lead to somewhere soon. And yeah, we're going to have to do something. You're sorry? Aww. Why are you sorry? I know, because you would have all these really cool games to play, but you don't. And that's not fun. I know that's not fun. And I totally understand. Let me see if there was a light here. Nope, there was not. Is there one here? Here? There should be one right here. It's nighttime. Good. Okay, let's take this out. Ah, it's there. Let's move this over to here, and let's put this trapdoor on top. And then, let's see, on that side, this one, so then this should be blue. So we'll do blue here, and just in time before, who is that? Aiden shows up. And we don't have a flag still, and we'll have to do something about that. But we don't have one yet. I'm not sure about a flag. I love Matt Lom's version of a flag. It's my favorite so far, and I really like that. And speaking of Matt Lom, Mexasa, salut, salut Mexasa. And let's trade out. We were going to get a stair. We still need a stair for there. S-T-A-R. So we discovered, Mixasa, that the, nope, we can't find it like that. Concrete, C-R-E. We discovered that for some reason the glass blower will not make glass from shard, and I'm not sure why. We can't figure out why. I thought it was her rank, that she was too that she was of a lesser rank. She was not a level 5, but she's now a level 5 and she still can't make it. And so I'm trying to, I've tried, and so I'll show you what happens. So we go to crafting recipes. Notice she only has 5 of 160, and just in time to hear I'll make one eventually. I'll make a peace flag of some sort, something that Tana's like, mermaids are like, what's a flag? But I'll do something. So we're going to teach the recipe. These are glass shards, and it says in the GUI that the Minecolonies glass blower will make it, and yet it does not respond. So that is definitely something going on. This is like the third or fourth time I've tried it, and there's something happening there. Something's happening here. So we're going to put this away. We're going to put this blue here, and there we go. Yes, comment ça va, Mixasa? Comment ça va? And how are you? Okay, so we need Malaya to be doing something. This is a level 5 down here, the sugar farm. She just finished it, and this is a level 5, and we're good with this. Everything's going well, and he actually made enough. We were waiting for a crop to come in, and it worked out. And so, speaking of Ermias, and so we have the materials that we need specifically for research. And me, I am well. Well, and let's see. Do I want Malaya to work on this? Or, yeah, she's going to work on everything. Ultimately, I'm just trying to figure out what I need her to work on pretty quickly. So the ore smelter is done, the glass is done. Those are things that absolutely are needed. We could just go ahead. We definitely need wood. And we could have this be brought up to the level 5 or ores, or going to the ores area where Nyla is. I believe that the thing is a level, let's see, the mine is a level 5 now, but let me check, because it might not be. It isn't. Let's have Malaya work on this, and the builder is going to be Malaya, and upgrade the building. So we're going to have Malaya work on these lower pieces for now. We're having Benedict work on the mall, the tourist area, and then we're having we're going to have Jania work on the farms, and I think that is what I'd like to do. I saw that drip, but I don't know from where. Okay, so Malaya is going to start working on the farm, and we'll come back. Now, see where that is? So she might open this wall up, so we may have to come back and check again on this wall right here. And that's the top of a stairwell that's down below. And we'll see what's going on with that. And let me look here. Zaf, I wanted to, after the stream, you're going to watch a movie, Prisoners, 2013. The second time? Ah, okay. All right. I'm not sure about that. I don't recognize that name. Vincentius.
Yes.
Have you heard of the movie Prisoners, 2013? The 2013 Prisoners?
It sounds vaguely familiar.
He says it sounds vaguely familiar. So we can do that. Jania is working downstairs, and Max is working on the sub because there's a lot of pressure from the nations, from the land nations, to get the facility completed. They want it to be Max's top priority.
Good day to
So Max is working on it. And so he's going to do that. We have, I think, enough people right now.
Do my best
We
work
might
for
get
you.
some more but we have two of the nation's people. Hold on for a second. Two scientists who came here from the United Nations of Land People, and then we have a sub-technician, and then we have two of our kids, one working with the scientists and one working with the sub-tech, and they closed the gate. Interesting. Okay, I'll close the gate. That is most curious. And then down here, we were working on that part of the the new housing, which I'll go down to again in a little bit. You just saw Ryland using the entry into the fields that keeps the animals from escaping, but that the people actually use, and it is pretty cool that works. You need some buckets. Okay. And then I think that when Jania gets finished, she is going to begin. Whoa! Wow, that was loud. Wow! I believe that was actually this, that he is finished with this building. Let's look at this. There he's standing right there. There's Max. And sure enough, it is a level 5. You love secrets in games? Ah, cool. Yeah. Mr. Villager, you're being very quiet. Are you okay? You okay? I'm sorry that I left before you came back yesterday. I apologize that I didn't get a chance to actually stay on until you got back. So I'm sorry about that. Let me do something about Max. So Max just finished this, and that's what we need to do. We're going to have the studies done. I don't think there's anything he can work on until afterwards. We might have him help Jania with the farms and begin working on some of the farms, because we don't have any buildings, unless he might be able to work on the enchanter. I think he should be able to work on the enchanter, or we can have him continue working on this building right here, which is only level 4. This is the facility. Let me look here. There we go. And yes, and Benedict finished the bakery. Excellent. So we've got a couple things going on. Hold on. Vincentius. Zaf is talking to you.
Good day to you.
Can't hear. Just a second.
Okay.
Yes.
Item frame on the wall in the barracks are there to put maps of your colony. Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Work.
And Zaf, Vincentius is listening. Did you want to tell him something? Did you want to tell Vincentius something? Because he's listening. Or are you saying that he didn't actually know the movie? Why don't we have, this is in good stead for a moment, why don't we have Max work on Brooklyn's shop here, on the enchanter shop. And yeah, let's do this. Let's have, I know you want a tome, and you can't have one right now.
What is it?
Oh, you want to be able to do that. Yes. Yes, I will work on that. And yeah, you're really unhappy about something. I know what she's unhappy about. Her housing is, this thing where it doesn't identify is fine for now, but we'll see later. Her housing is only a level 2, and I'm sorry, but that's what it's going to be. for now. So she's unhappy about that. Let's do something to make her a little bit happier. Let's have Max, her chosen, work on this right here. So she is going to get an upgrade on her place, and he's going to start it. He's going to request a lot of materials. And you go with you're going to go with Vincentius for hamburgers and beer. Okay, that sounds good. He would love that. He would love that, Zaf. Without a doubt, he would love that. There's no question. All right, now I'm going to do this one thing. We're going to, one more time, change back into a safe mode, survival, and safe because it's not wildly creative. And we're going to come down here. There's Yusuf, and there's Max, and we're going to come to the university, and we're going to see if we have enough pieces. Everyone's going home. We're going to see if we have enough pieces to research. So the research that needs to be done is a couple. One of them is more scrolls. That's what she's asking for. She wants to be able to do her job. So we need 1 tome, 64 paper, and 64 lapis. So we do have that. So we're going to pick that up here. We have 64 lapis, 64 paper, and we're going to take one of the tomes and we'll put it right here. And let's go back to the research technology, and let's come back down to here and click. And there it is. So research has begun on more scrolls. We need more scrolls in order to open the nether. And that's going to take 30 minutes. So in 30 minutes, we'll be able to do something there. Gilded hammer, this one right here, requires a crusher level 3. Our crusher is a 5, so we need clay, sand, and gravel, and that gives us the crusher being able to do things with 50% less materials. This is very important here because of glass, making glass, so this is good. I'm making concrete and glass, so I want to do this one, and we have gathered the pieces that we need for this. We need gravel, we need clay, and we need sand, and this is all theirs. These are all from the warehouse, from their from them making things. And let's come to research technology. Let's come back here and let's find that. So gilded hammer is what that is. And why are we doing that? Let's see. Knowledge of the depths requires 64 deep slate and a crusher. Let's do the gilded hammer, and let's do that, and let's come back and see how long that one takes, because I think they're only doing one at a time. This is going to be 2 hours, so that's the end for now. I could put in the crusher learns deep slate and tough. Let's put this in. Let's put this in as well. I think I have. I don't. I do. I think this is the deep slate that it needs for that. And let's look here. Let's come to technology, and let's come here. Knowledge of the depths. And yes, we had what was needed. And so we're able to look. So let me see how long that one's going to take. So both of these are 2-hour ones. So it's going to be like a day or two of before we get all of those straightened out. And I'm fine with that. So let me check here. Let's check one more thing. We need, after the 30 minutes, we will be able to do the open the nether. No, don't cancel. No. And so that's what we're going to be working towards, and to unlock the nether mine, and that needs 3 gilded blackstone. Now that is actually from the let's do that. Hopefully I didn't cancel that. I did not. No, I didn't. Okay. And that is going to come from the Mers, from the Mermaid Nation as a gift, and it is here. The gilded blackstone, as well as the tomes, came from the Mer Nation, and that's good so far. There goes Chase and Brett, the submarine techs. And do I need anything more right at this point? I don't think that I can do anything more in preparation. And so we can go through just for a moment. I know I have a couple places back here that still need work. The university is now completely a level 5, and I know that why you didn't put one in, because you couldn't get it to match, the trapdoor to match here. But they do need it, otherwise they're doing this. They're crossing over, so we just put it in. They're still probably going to cross over, but we did put a trapdoor there for that. And let's see. Vincentius would probably say, Zaf, my town or yours? Welcome to Greece. And see, oh, that, I would love to do that. I would love to do that. One of these days, that will be so fun. So 4 of 4. So this one still needs to be built out. And this one is a level 5 residence. Okay, so this one is done. And this one still needs one more build. And am I going to take this away? I think I am. Can I get it? Yes. Yeah, let's do this. We're back to decorating. So let's go back to our magical cells and our creative cells. And we're going to create. So I want to take this flag down without breaking that. There we go. Just going to take a minute. And this is why Brooklyn's upset. This is their home, and it is a level 2, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, and they're not gonna. It's not gonna. They're gonna be dissatisfied. We'll just have to make them happier with some other things, because they're going to live here. And so if we get her place set up, that will be really good. And what am I looking at? What am I? There's another one. And let's take it down. There we go. Okay. And here we are. All right. So yesterday we were working on those new farm homes. And there are... What are you doing? Are you introducing him? They're probably doing some like Chase and Brett both are probably getting ready for the submarine to head out, and they're probably getting a bunch of supplies and stuff on. They're going to have their first voyage. They're going to take the 3 scientists with them. And they're going to do a first voyage out, and it's going to be, isn't it called a maiden voyage, maybe? So, and that's going to be really cool. But let's see if he let's look at this. Let's come down here and let's look at it. They're saluting me. Yes, I think you were right, Mr. Villager. I think they are. Yeah. They know I'm ambassador. At least that is what they know, and that's why they stopped. Yes, indeed, that is. All right, let's come here and look for a second and see what can be done here. So minimum stock, build options, hire spies. That's curious. During raids, you can hire spies here to infiltrate the enemy lines. The spies let you know enemy positions, although they demand some gold as payment. So put the gold into the barracks inventory to automatically pay them. Yeah, if we were at war, that would seem like something. Remember that this is originally a military facility that we are using because it fits into this area. We're using it as our science lab. And I think I'm going to probably have to put in some lights. This will be interesting if I can. Simply Light. Let's go to Simply Light. I might not be able to put anything in. I'm putting modded lights in, is what I'm talking about. We have lower ones and upper ones, and I'm going to see if I can put something somewhere. So let me see here if I can put these. It makes the square light. Well, I'm not going to have that. I don't want to have square lights, so we won't do that. Can I put it on the counter above? Nope, and that's why there aren't any. There aren't any lights here. Can I put it on the side? No. And there we go. All right, so I don't think I'm going to worry about it. These are actually their computers, so they don't really need to have a lot of light there because they're going to be on computer. And this was where Mixasa was saying that this is for the maps. So this is one of the areas where you can take pictures of your community and connect them together to make a map of the entire area. We might have them take pictures of places underwater that they are actually mapping, and the whole purpose for them creating this facility, and let them do that. Let's come up here to the dining area here, and we have chairs and tables. I think I'm just going to leave this for now. I'm okay. The tables, what always happens for me with the tables is you can't put anything on them. And so I might change the tables out for modded tables later. But right now, everything looks fine there. Let's go for this. We're going to take these away for right now when I see them. Or I could be putting up the other ones. I could be putting this one up right in this area here. Let's, wrong thing. Let's take that down. See, it's a colony flag. That's what it's supposed to be. And we'll take that away. Let's come over here and let's take this one away. Someday, somewhere, somehow, but not right today. I'm not interested. And I still have, as a Mer, I'm still saying, what's a flag? What's a flag? No, she knows that flags are used by land people as a designation of community, and that's it. Cigar and Coca-Cola with spring rolls. Until the spring rolls, or with spring rolls? Until the spring rolls are ready? Zaf, that sounds delicious, actually. That really does. That really and truly does. Mr. Villager, I'm worried about you. I'm worried you seem awfully, awfully quiet. So Jania, no, it was Benedict, I believe, who finished.
I can help you with that.
Who finished the bakery. He didn't finish the whole bakery. He finished the level 3, if I'm not mistaken, possibly the level 4. So let's go up and see it. It is 11 o'clock in the morning. And so I'm going to head up to the tourist area and we'll check on his work. And Benedict, is going to be finishing the stores in the mall that are not done yet. And so that is going to be his focus right now. And we have the mall right here. And this is a level 5 restaurant. This is the level 5 cafe.
Best work for you.
We still have to work on. And this, ooh, wow, look at this. So here's this walkway above this area. There's a lower area right here. And there are steps that go down underneath. And you can see the furnaces. So they can go down and work on the furnaces. And there is, there's wheat. And over here is a mixer and all sorts of things. Here's another set of steps here coming over to this area. And so this is really, really cool. So there's some cups, probably for coffee, sitting here. There's coal to run these big mixers. The coal is actually to run these big mixers, these big mixing machines, and that is very cool. And oh, you're a bit tired, and you don't have too much to say. You feel that sure is not the time. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just aware of, I just can sense the fact that you're different from the way you are normally.
Work.
And I can understand you being tired. So Zion is in this part. When this is completed, we'll actually expand this decor out into the cavern build. And so let's look here. Walter is looking over the entire place, and let's have Benedict finish. So we're going to upgrade this building to the level 5. You're baking frozen spring rolls. Ooh, they sound good. What's in your spring rolls? Is it because you're baking them? So in our country, spring rolls usually are fresh rolls where they don't get cooked. They have a phyllo on them, a type of a roll that can be eaten like a rice, what would you call it? A rice, I don't know what you call it. The thing that they roll the stuff up in. And they have that, and then they fill it with vegetables, fresh vegetables, like bean sprouts and mung bean sprouts and lettuce and things like that. And then that's the spring roll. But you're talking about baking a spring roll, so it's like, are you baking a vegetable roll? Is that it? I'd love to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, so we now have Benedict working on the next phase of that. Malaya is requesting materials to work on Skip. She's working on, she's got a lot on the mine. Yes. So she's got a bunch
Good
of
day to
things.
you.
Speaking of the fact that she's working on the mine, let me see if I don't think she opened it up yet, but we'll have to make sure, because I believe that her working on the mine opens up this wall, but not yet, and that's good. And here's Nyla. Nyla's waiting for a pickaxe.
Good day to you.
Yes, she is. And so there are pickaxes, but I'm going to, I did not want to do that. I made a mistake. And see that mistake? That's the mistake that I have to be careful about when I'm in the university, that I don't want to hit the wrong button. Nyla can re-ask for a pickaxe. She's not getting an amethyst pickaxe. I'm sorry. She just isn't. So she is a level where she can use diamond and she can use the other pieces, so that's what she is going to get. We'll see if they can find the tomes, and we'll see what happens with those. In the meantime, let's go downstairs to where Jania has started working on the bakery, and I believe that this is now a level 5. This restaurant here, can I get over top of these? Yes, I can. It is. So I knew that this chair was in the way here. We're going to rearrange this, but one of the first things we're going to do is return this to the wood, to the spruce, because I prefer the spruce version of this building. We'll keep the floors, but I want it to be spruce, and I think I'm even going to take out these pieces right here. Let me take this for a minute. Let me take this out. I want to get something of Simply Lights and put it in. We can either put in the super flat one, and why don't we do that? I'm going to put in these in there like that. So we're not going to use lanterns in this section. And then look at all of this. So what are we going to do with these dead walls? And that's what I want to look at. There might be water in them there hills right here. There might be water between these two, but let's just start with the wood and return this back. Vegetables thin in pie are ready, but the frozen, so you warm them up. So it is vegetable rolls, but they're frozen, so you have to defrost them. Okay, I get it. Those are so good. Those are delicious. Let's go to spruce. We need spruce plank and spruce stairs. We might need a slab, and we'll go from there. Maybe you could replace this wall leaves and put some wool seats. Yeah, I think possibly so. But right now, let's change this part and let's turn it back to the wood, because I love the wood. So let's start here, and let's begin with this tower right here and put all of this back in. And I know it's rugged, but I just love the way it looks. And let's continue doing the walls for a minute on this. So the submarine is going to make its maiden voyage, and it has been given permission by the MERS to actually explore, to go where no land person has gone before. The submarine allows for exploration underwater that has never been done before, and so we should see some interesting reports coming out of this exploration that the submarine is going to be doing. So that is going to be very curious. They'll be able to drive or have the submarine ride over the cities and see better details of what's going on in the city. And so this is going to be exciting, actually. It's going to be exciting, them getting this new information, and it's going to be very fun. This is Blocky Universe's Arcology Restaurant Level 5, and in the Level 1, he uses this, spruce, and so that's why we're putting the spruce back in. We have a storm. We have a serious storm. Okay, so let's go find ourselves a bed for a moment. Do I have one on me? I don't. Okay. Sometimes I have a sleep sack on me, but I prefer to go. I have been asked not to sleep in the streets, to actually go to one of the Guardian Towers and use one of their bedrooms if I'm going to go to sleep. I didn't understand in the beginning that sleeping in the streets was like being homeless, and so it made them uncomfortable. So it made the land people uncomfortable. So that's what we're going to do. Maybe put some spruce gates under the stairs and open it. Can give a nice look. Okay. And Zaf is saying he doesn't have a microwave, so he warms them and bakes them for specific minutes. Yeah. And that's how he's warming up his spring rolls, and that's pretty cool. And while he's waiting for them to warm up, he's having a cigar and a Coke. He's having a cigar and a Coca-Cola. So everybody's up, and I'm working on that, and Benedict is starting some of the work down in the bakery. I'm going to take I'm going to take a break from doing anything for a minute. I'm going to do this. So I had an interesting thing when I was signing off yesterday. So this is our new housing right here. And we're probably, in order to make it look more like the other rocks, we're probably going to have to thicken this part that is lower over top, because if we do, it'll actually look like one of the rocks. And so I'm out here looking at that, and I look at these three buildings that are sticking up out of the water, and I had a really interesting idea. I think I'm going to cover them. I think I am. So you can see this is already in the stacks, like this island area here, and we can do something with it. But when this is a level 5, this is the enchanting tower. When the other tower, the alchemist, comes out, we'll see about it. But this is the one specifically that when I was looking at these pieces right here, and look at this piece, it looks like it's one of these. It looks like it could be one of these, and this one also. And so I am going to actually, I think, cover them. I think I am, because I just kind of like the idea. We could do something here. So see how these are really pretty. This is mer country right here. This is what the mermaids do to the rocks, and we could probably do that to like the University Rock or something and make it look more set in. See how this is really in the rock, and we do have this part coming down. We've talked about covering this and decided not to so much in this area, but these are really out in the open, and we might want to do that. I think that would be very curious to make it look like this. So when we're done, this would look like this. And all we'd have to do is cover it. We don't have to take it apart or do anything. We would just start at this surface and begin to cover it. And we could show, here we go. Kingston, why are you swimming to them? Kingston is swimming to the facility, the international facility. And I'm going to have to figure out why they think that there's not a good way for them to get back. Although he didn't go to the facility, it looked like he went to the farm. Why are you doing that? I could call him back to the ship, but he's just going to make the trip anyway. But let's come here for a minute. Let's be careful. And let's go here. Let's find Kingston. There he is, right there. And let's recall him. So there he is. We pulled him out of the water. And let's see. And we'll have him. I'm wondering if it's because when I swim in the air, they think that it's a way to get there, and that I really need to stay in the facility, in the community, in order for that not to happen. We'll see in a minute. I'm going to come here. I'm going to see if I can see again. You basically never had storms on the village. The max that happens is the temperature falls a bit, or small and short rains that come on at the end of the afternoon or during the night. Yeah, you don't have the severe thunderstorms that big Minecraft has. Yeah. It was interesting when Minecraft started having storms, actual monsoons and thunderstorms, and was very curious. I actually had a couple times where we actually had one of our towns catch on fire, and we actually lost a person in one of the fires caused. We lost an enchanter in New Mombasa in one of the fires caused by lightning. You remember that, don't you? No, it wasn't caused by lightning, was it, Zaf? It was caused by an error that a piece of stone was removed that protected the building from one of the heaters, one of the fires, and one of the furnaces. And that furnace started the place on fire, and we didn't know it until it was way too late to even save it. We were lucky we didn't burn down the rest of the city, but it was really horrific at the time because we couldn't put it out in time. And when I realized the building was on fire, he was actually still alive, the enchanter, but I couldn't get to him in time. I couldn't find him in time to save his life, which was really a shame, because he was actually a really good person and had been in the city for a long time. But yeah, it was And Mr. Villager is saying that, yeah. So it was really interesting. But we did, at another time, we were working on the underground. We had some, when we were rebuilding some areas in a dark oak tree house city. We were in the dark oak woods, and we had a city. Cujo had built a city, and we were working on some underground areas going down into the ground. And when we came back, we discovered that a portion of the town hall was gone. The town hall was gone. It had actually caught on fire, and we hadn't known that it was on fire, and it just burned itself out. But it was also pretty wild at the time when it happened. And then, Zaf, you might remember when some trees got struck by lightning and caught on fire. Yes. And that was pretty intense as well. There we go. So now I do need an architect's cutter to make a piece of wood to go over that. ARCH. Let's do that. And let's come here. This is pretty dark, isn't it?
What is it?
It's still pretty dark. We're going to have to do some things to lighten it up. To get some light in here. We need this. So let's take this and let's put it. We're going to put these panels on top of this area right here. Oop. No, not you. There we go. And bring this out like this on that side, and that'll work. Let's see what happens on this side. Do we have some places here? No, we don't. And here. So this is an area that I need to see. So far there's no water. This is good. And so let's use a pickaxe. Let's actually use a pickaxe, and we'll come down. Remember when this fire got started on, there we go. There's water. So let's bring
I could help you with that.
Right there. This is, I see what the problem is. Is this a concrete? Yes, it is. Let's trade that out and put a solid concrete there. I think I'm going to need one here. And we're looking at the bottom of that. Let's take those two out, and then let's take this. So we've got this part. How far can we go? Can we go all the way through? I want to see before I remove that part how far we're going through here. And there it is. And we'll bring this part out. But yeah, we actually had some pretty wild and crazy fires. And that was before there were things like, what do you call them? Things like fire, what are these things? Let me come here. Fire. No, I don't see it there. I don't see it there. There's someplace else where that tool is that keeps things from starting on fire. And rain. No, it's not here. Yeah. So the name escapes me at the moment, but that is something that is available now. That wasn't available then for doing those types of things. So let's look here. This is coming out to meet this. It's only coming out 2 on this side. Let's pull this back to here now that this is gone. And we have one of these sitting in this part right here. I think I'm going to actually pull this out. I was wondering if I wanted to use that, but I think I'm not. Okay, and that is actually coming all the way over in this area. Okay, so now this back wall is our wall, and we can in these areas put what you want, what you were talking about. Lightning rod, yay, thank you, Mixasa, merci. Yes, a lightning rod. There weren't any lightning rods at the time. There weren't any lightning rods at the time, and so that is why we had a problem. I'm going to bring it all the way over here. There is room. Oops, too far. Let's put wood in this part right here. Do I want to? Yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and cover this. Just continue this back where we have this part, and so we'll put in this area right here, and we'll see what lights we can put, maybe some lights on tables or something in this part. So this building, let's have this building come all the way through. Let's see if I want to do that. I could do that, have this wall come all the way through here. I'm definitely going to have to be careful for water, because I think there's water right behind these walls right here. So put that in, and here's one of these. Put this one in. And we do have to go beyond, we do have to go at least to here. Whoops. And put these in. So let's put this one in and put this. And so this comes this way. Right where this is and this, I should bring it all the way over. That's how that one is. Oh, we could extend this part out. Oh, that would be very interesting. Yes, why don't we do that? Why don't we bring this part out to here, and let's see what we want to do with this section. So if we have this here, this is going to be interesting. Let's put this up. Right there. Let's take this one down. Let's see how we want to do it. It's going to be an odd shape. It definitely is. So we have this. I'm looking. This is one of the ones that would do something here. I don't know what I want. Let's just put this here for now. Let's just make that, have that little area there on that side, and we can almost do the same on this side. So how much more is that? Let me see how much more that's coming out. So it's coming out one from where this was. It's coming out 1, 2, 1, 2. So from here, it would be coming out 1, 2. So it would be coming out right to this window right here. So 1, 2. Let's bring it out to here. So 1, 2, 1, 2. That looks longer. 1, 2, 3. I know, I'm having trouble. 1, 2, 3. Brings it out to there. Yee. So is this window in the shop? I don't want that window to be in the shop. So we'll bring this to here. And this goes here, but we're going to have this part come over. And this come over here. Okay. I'm experimenting, I know, trying to see. And let us then bring this part, nope, this part right here. We're just going to add a little bit more rustle. I think that was a rustle. He vanished. And then have this. All right, so if we have that on both sides, do we need anything here? Let's see what happens. Yeah. Let's see if we want to do that. And out here, do we want to do something here? Let's see if we want, we can't do anything on that side unless we're actually going to put one of those right there. Do we want to do that? Get one of these and one of these. So let's come to here and put in this, and sure enough, right there, and this, and put the leaves in. So we have that part, and then we have this. So on this side, this goes to here. Do we want to bring the whole thing out on this side? Bring the whole restaurant out and make the kitchen bigger. I can't move that. So I don't want to move that. But if we brought the kitchen out to there, let's look for a second at this. Let's see the floor here. Let's just follow the floor right away over like this. Let's take this away right here. I know I should be using a pickaxe. Let's do this. And then, now I am going to use the pickaxe to open this up and see. There we are. And there it is. So we could do the same thing on this side and make like a place where they can come up and get food right in that spot right there. Does that go all the way to the end? It does. So let's do that, except that that's not going to be there anymore. This is not going to be there. That can be there. I don't think that's going to be there. It could, and just bring this whole thing over. Let's take this away for a minute. Let's take these two away for just a minute. And let's bring this over to here. Let's see what we're talking about. This would have to be inside this part right here. Let's just put this all the way across for a minute and all the way down. Right in here and see what we're talking about. This is Blocky Universe's, Blocky Universe does arcology, and this is one of the smaller restaurants. And I haven't looked at this in a while, so I'm looking at chat for a minute. Mr. Villager is saying, weirdly, you have a lot of work accidents. For example, 2 days ago, a villager died during his mining, and then a rock fell. When a rock fell on him. Fires from thunder burned trees, and we saw that in the past. And some months ago, a villager was fixing a roof of his temporary shelter, and then he fell from the ladder. He is already cured. He could, yeah, but he shouldn't have died, luckily. But he fell from a ladder. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty scary when stuff like that happens. All right, so now our researchers understand more scrolls. Dun, 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 dun. All right, So now the question is, what do I want to do about this? I think I'm going to have to take these inside ones away, and I'm going to have to bring up this part right here and put it inside. Even this, put it actually in here. Oop. The way the others are. Let's do that right now. All the way around. And this part right here. Luckily, we are not getting any water yet. And let's bring this whole thing over in this area, and then we're going to do something about seating and things like that. But let's come here, right there. And so this won't be down. This will be this here. And we won't have these pieces right here. Although I might keep the original footprint just as a fun thing. Let's see what it looks like if we do that. So let's do this. Jania is waiting for materials, and she apparently is a little distressed, a little disturbed. And so that is why you see her expressing a little frustration about the length of time it's taking her for her to get some things.
Good day to you.
So what is it that you need? Black carpet. Now I know we have ink, so that's going to be a thing that she will just have to wait for until it's made by Bryn. Bryn is the dye shop owner. And let's see here. Saf is saying, after October, you renew your ID, and you've had it for since you were 17. Wow.
Good day to you.
That's a long time. I mean, that's a long time for an ID to be renewed. I thought it was really wild when our state, the state of Oregon, actually, the driver's license renewed like 8 years later. It seemed like it was 8 years. It's like, wow, that's a long time. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. So this is the back of this cafe, which works. And then we have this bakery here, which is going to have some of the same thing going on. This is the back of that hallway, which is why. And the reason these are dark is because she's building this right now. She's working on that, and that's why that is dark. This shouldn't be dark. And so I think this might be interesting if we had the pieces right here for light, just in this section. What's wrong with this building? What's wrong with this? Let's see what this is. See what's behind
what
this.
Is it?
This is a half slab. That's what it is. So what is this? This is beige. This is supposed to be half slabs. So let's take this out. It's like, why does that not look the same? There we go.
I can help you with that.
And so let's take this. We have these too long. So we'll break. Oh, look what we found. We found another light. But that belongs to something upstairs. And so we're going to cover it. That is probably in one of the floors in the Covenstead. Has a light in the floor, and that's what that is. So we'll just have to be careful about that. But I think we don't have to worry. I think this part is done, except over here. So if we have a light there, should this go back into the wall? It's still sticking out right here like this. Or should we have this stick out also? Let's try that for a minute. Let's take these away, and that has those sticking out. That's
I can help
exactly
you
what
with
we
that.
need to do right here. And I think that's in the correct place. And then why don't we just have this come back in that corner, and then we'll work on this. So we can have that piece and a piece here. So let's take this and this, whoop, wrong thing, this, and put it there. And that's in keeping with the original. Let's take these two out and make them this. And that is keeping with that. We're going to have to actually take out this because it looks like it's part of the design, which it's not. And so we'll put this in for now. This is the residence level. This is actually inside the mountains, those huge arches. This is inside one of those arches. And it's a delay. The new form comes after October, they say. And you sent me a photo of the front before, happens to see my face at 17. Okay. I'm looking forward to that. I am. So here, why don't we take the stair piece here, and we're going to put it back here on this part and on this part. Let me see what happens in this section. So that puts those on the outsides of both of those. I'm good with that. And on this side, right here, we have one of these. And I believe that this is in the place that we want to, let's see for a second. So see that right there? Sure enough, it's in this spot. Except it would be on the outside of this, probably about right here.
Good day to you.
Let's see if that's true. So this is one block back from these, and sure enough it is one block back, which would put it right next to this. So we're going to have two of these right here again. Now she might take this away. She's working on the bakery, and this is backed up against the bakery. So we'll see what happens with that little piece right there. And there's that part of that. And I didn't put anything here for the school since the school was there. This part is good. And this, something kind of interesting about having that little extra piece right there like that, but I'd like it to be something else. And I still feel like there's not quite enough light, but we'll put some tables up in a moment and that will begin to work. So yeah, I did put spruce up in this area, and this will be fun. So this is supposed to be where the restaurant person is. This is another place where we need a piece of this to go in front of this. So we can put that there and that. And so this is the kitchen area right here with all of these right in here. This is the bakery right back there. So as soon as the bakery is done, we will see what we want to do. I think we're going to join these two together right in this spot right here. See where this bakery wall is, so we can move the whole thing out, and we'll do that. Now she might put that part back, and we'll see. A flower pot on the stair at the side of the restaurant block would look nice, like some kind of cup. Yeah, it would. It definitely would. Let me wait for a second until I get some tables and chairs in, and we'll see some pieces here. I'm going to take this away, especially since we're using this as decoration in another section of the city. Let's just have this. Let's see if that's going to turn green. If it does, we'll have to do something about it. Now, do I want to have another one of these? Another one of these right here be here. I think I might want to do that. Let's try it and see what this looks like. This is a restaurant after all. Let's make it gaudy. And let's do this. And there we are. All right, I'm good with that for right now. Oh, that is actually correct. Excellent. Okay, see on the other side here, what do we have here? We have that going all the way across, but we don't have anything there. And so it kind of has a weird look at this point. Let's have that. Let's have that not be there. Just for this one. On this side, we're not going to have those. I'm not going to be able to have those on this side. We'll take them away because it's not going to work with the decoration on this side, because we already have these pieces that have to do with this side and this building. So there it is right now. Should add plank panel at the sides of the pillars. Yeah, so what do I want to do here? Do I want to have some sort of different kind of block or something? Let me look at block, beige. Let me see. There's this brick. Let's see what this looks like for a second. This brick right here. To put in right here. This is going to be interesting. Let's put this in just as an accent. We're going to put it in right into this part right here. So we have that there. It could be in the kitchen. Let's have the kitchen have this brick in it. So we're changing out Blocky Universe's kitchen brick. We're going to put in this. And where it shows. And we'll do all of that. And I've got that. I think I just redid that one there. There we go. All right. Because this is pretty, actually. And so there's the kitchen and this little strip right here, which is very fun. And now, Mr. Villager is saying, I always make use spruce trapdoors in the oak logs. It gives the look as if the spruce has a sign over IR. Yeah. And that sounds like a good idea, actually. That definitely does. Let's get this piece right here. Sure enough. Quickly before it washes away something. So all of this is actually going to turn green, I think, in this corner here. But we'll see if it does. Maybe the salt water will keep it from turning green. We'll see in a minute. If it turns green, we'll have to do something else in that area. Okay, so tables and chairs and stools. And this little area here where we can have like magazines or something that people can buy. Let's put magazines on the bottom. Let's get shelves. Let's get two different kinds of shelves. Let's let some of this go for right now. We have enough of these pieces around that we don't need these right quick. We have the bookshelves that look like this. And then we have the regular Builders Crafts and Editions has two different types, the bookshelf and then a regular shelf. And the bookshelf actually would look like this, and there it is, and we can put one down there. And then let's put regular shelf right in this spot. And what should we put up at the top? Something like a sign, like we're having a sign there. That would be interesting. Like a picture over top of glow. Let's do glow for a minute. Let's do a frame, and let's see about putting something over top of it, like a picture of food or something right there. Let's put the frame here, and I think I'm going to like that for now. And then in this area we can put books and things that look like magazines and posters and sodas and things like that. And then they can pay for it right at this counter right here. And right here, let's put one of those. Let's get some paper. Let's get some paper to look like this is where they pick up some things. Let's put the coffee on top of this one right here. So we're going to put coffee there. So let's get a brewing stand. B-R-E-W. This is the coffee decoration blocks. Let's get a mug. G. And we'll put that in as well. So let's shift so I can put this on top of this furnace right here. There we go. And put the mug in. And there is where the coffee is served from there. And this is what it looks like on the outside. Okay, we could put some cups if we were going to use pickles. See, let's use some sea pickles. We can put some cups here. We'll use the sea pickles as cups. And there we go on that. Let's see what happens if we try and put sea pickles here.
Good day to you.
I think they're going to look like pickles. They're going to have that on them. I don't want that. So let's come back around. In that picture, hi Peyton, we need to put some kind of food. Nah. Sandwiches, indeed. No, it's not giving it to me. Let's go here. Sandy W. Let's see what an egg sandwich looks like. Let's see what this looks like. They might not look, they're not vanilla. They're vanilla. They're not Chroma Hills.
What is
so they might not look like anything, but that actually does. That looks really good. Okay, let's have that for a minute. And the restaurant blocks are so much better with this look than the old ones. Yes, I definitely agree. I love the hibachis as the restaurant block, and it's really fun. All right, so we have those. So now let's get some glass bottles. Let's see what bottles we have. Let's put some of these. Let's put some sodas. Let's put some drinks of different types on the shelves right here. So we might want to put more than one of different types of drinks. And we'll bring this down like that's what she's selling. And then down here where the books are, let's just put some books. Let's take this amount and let's see what it looks like if we put these here. So let's put 1, 2, 3. Let's see what this looks like. That's not bad. Let me bring this down over here and see what that looks like. I think I'm good with that for right now. So there's a little book place there. Let's get some more jars. We'll put them there. Bottles, TTL. Oh, these are actual Farmer's Delight. bottles right here, and we're going to take these. We could do water, but it doesn't seem like we're doing that right just yet. That's animal oil. Okay, and so let's come back here. Let's put these here. Let's put some there. Let's put another one of these here, and let's do that. All right, so it looks like somebody took some and they paid for it and then they walked away. So here is where they're coming up to and queuing probably right here and getting some food and coffee and things like that. And then here is also a place where the food's being served. This works really nicely. Now these, so that's going to disappear because I think I'm going to make these into cabinets so that they actually have closet space. Cabinets, C-A-B, nope, counters, C-O-U-N-T, and there we are. Do we want to have wooden top, or do we want to actually have, like, we could do deep slate and spruce or blackstone? Let's look at this, and then let's look at the light, the andesite, and see which one we like best here. So let's take these out. Let's look at the andesite and see. I think the lighter counters will go with the floor. Although, see the pink in this rock, in this stone, and in these, they kind of have a little pinky to them. You know what that means, don't you?
What is it?
That means diorite. Let's try C-O-U-N-T. Let's look at some diorite, not granite. That would be too much, but let's look at diorite for that. And do we want anything else? We'll see in a minute. So that would make the top look like that. I think I like that better. There's those. This is going to be interesting. Can we do it? Yahoo! We did it. Yay. Nope. We didn't do that one. So do we have it? Did it go somewhere, or did we lose it? Or did she pick it up?
I can help you with that.
Yes. You caught those glasses. Thank you. She actually caught the glasses before they fell on the ground. And we'll put them right here. Nope. Let's put this. I think we can only put one now. These countertops only allow for one piece to be there. And let's come here and let's put the final one here. Right there. And that gives us this look. All right. And now tables and stools. The stools won't be able to go right up against these counters unless I remove this. I might do, let's have this one be here. Whoops, let me squish this. Let's have that one be here, but let's have a stool be right here. Let's put this here for a second. A stool. There's oak. Spruce is going to be strange. We could do the dark, or we could do crazy colors, and we could have it be something bright like the pink, or we could do the stripped here. Let's look at these and let's see. So this is what we would be talking about. Either that stool or this one, whoops, or that one. Let me see what those look like. Yeah, I don't think so. I think I'm going to be conservative and put a stool there. We could put a stool there, a stool here, and I think that's all I'm going to do. Yeah. And then we need tables and chairs for people. Oh, thank you, Mr. Villager. Afgaristo. Oh, wait, I said Afgaristo instead of, which is thank you in Greek, instead of obrigada, which is thank you in Portuguese. So let's get some tables. We're going to do cafe tables in here, and we're going to need chairs. So we have some of these already, so we don't need to keep them on us. Let's get tables. Let's do some lighter tables. With Macaw's furniture, we can actually do really light tables, like light birch, without showing the birch completely stripped, which is actually really nice. I wish I could do that with the stools, but I can't. So we can put, for example, a table here and here. We can put a table here and here. And if we wanted to, we could bring them out, but I think this is going to be enough. I know you can. And let's see, they might be too close together, but let's see, light. Here it is, simply light. Let's get some table lights, because that will definitely make a difference. So we're going to put table lights on these little tables, little restaurant table lights. And there. I don't know that I want them on every single one. And now I'm not sure, because these are not sort of like dinner tables, these are sort of like lunch tables. Let's see about some chairs, some simple chairs.
Good day to you.
Yeah, let's go ahead and use the birch that looks really simple. A signal from the gods. You were talking about making a medieval village, and then came a video from Just M Games using colonial style. Ah, cool. Nice. So you'll actually be able to watch them. Yay. So we can put chairs around here, and let's put a chair. Let's just have these be singles here. I think we can put a chair here for this one, and just have those be single, and people sitting here can have more. This is just a quick lunch place. There are some stools, and yeah, so this is where we're at right now with this. This is a level 5 arcology restaurant that we just followed some of Blocky Universe's design and made it just a little bit bigger to fit into the space. This restaurant feeds the classroom across the way. They make lunches for the kids across the way, as well as lunches and breakfast in this area of town. This makes me want to have the stools be bright also. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put in the bright stools, even though they're going to show the striped wood on them. So let's see this. So we're going to put one here. We're going to put one here, and this way, if someone needs an extra chair, they can bring it up to a table, and that's what it's going to look like. I think they can bring an extra stool up to a table, and that'll be fine. That works. Okay. I think we're done with this. Wow. Yeah, it's just an open air. It's sort of like a cart. It's an open air eating area with this little restaurant piece right here. And then Jania's going to work on this bakery, and both of them are going to be together right here. So Peyton's little restaurant and Flora's little bakery are both going to be sitting right in this piece right here. And we'll see what we do with it when we get to it. So this is going to be pretty cool. All right, I know, I see that this is coming out, and I'm wondering if I want to bring this out one more. I don't think I'm going to, though, because see where this stove is. It'll make a spot that doesn't work. So I think I'll leave this, and we'll just have the bakery have this space here. So you can see the red tops going on this bakery area. Let me get this for a second. And let's put a light in my hand. Let's get a lantern to make it easier to see. I'm going to do 8. There we go. And let's do this so that it's not in your face. And so I'm holding a lantern. And this is what it looks like so far. So you can see that this is this wall here. Are we going to open it up and let her serve pastries there? And this is the stairwell right here that's not being used. What are we going to do about that? Because it's right here like this. This doesn't go anywhere. This is a leftover of this design, this cavern stairwell design. This is one of the large stairwells with the stairs in the center and stairs on the outer edges for different other buildings that are going on in these areas. And so we still have some work to be done. For instance, this is Jillian, if I'm not mistaken, Jillian and Benedict's home right here. And they could use a kitchen and some bedroom furniture and some things like that. The fact of the stools be on random places only turns better. Yeah, to have the stools be like, that's where, you know, someone just picked one up and moved it over there and then they left it, you know, and stuff like that. Just makes it sort of look like real restaurants. And that's good. Now see this, see that glass right there? Do we want to mimic the other side? So that's one off of there. I don't think we're going to be able to, because one off, yeah, I don't think that's going to work right here. I think we're good. No more fiddling. No more fiddling around with that, and we'll wait until the bakery's done. And we'll see what we're going to do with this piece right here. Maybe nothing. There are lots of places in old towns where things are sticking out and stuff like that, you know, from previous. It got dark. Did you see that? Why did that happen? Isn't that interesting? Oh, I was holding a light in my hand. Maybe that's why. No, it really got dark. That was very curious. All right, so we should and do kind of want to work on this. I might bring this back right here, and the reason I want to bring that back, let's put this piece right here for a minute, is because right here I want to take that away, because we have this right here like this, and we could bring this part around at least to where the concrete hits the road, where the concrete is here. Normally these have an upper piece right in here where these are hanging from. Let's put these back right here. Let's pick these up and hang them back up in this spot right here and right here. These are homes right here, and we'll do this. This home is going to be interesting. I think I am going to bring this around. We'll see which works the best here. But I think for the home, this is what it normally has. And so we'll put this part in the way these are. So that means right here, we can put a light there. And that that light is a part of that, and these need to have that piece on them. And we'll do this. It's like put some sea pickles and amethysts on the table. So why it's there, you don't know what it's supposed to be. I didn't really put anything on the tables, did I? I could put some meals actually on the table. There are some that actually look pretty good, and we could do that. That would be kind of fun. There. So I'm going to do that. Let's come back here. I don't know that there's anything on the tables in here. No, Byzantine didn't have anything on a table here. There they go. I hear some rockets. Is it coming? It's going to come soon. We're actually going to have demonstrations of rocket ships. Of the Thunderbirds. I don't think they're the Thunderbirds, actually. I think they're the Blue Angels. I forget which one they are. In this moment, in the laundry? At the laundry? Do I remember that? Huh. That's interesting. What's his name again? What is the baby's name? That is curious. Let's put something on the table. We can put something on both of these. Let's have pickles. Let's put this one. We can actually put more. Let's have a plate here. Let's get a frame for a plate. And oh yeah, little Romeo. Yeah. Okay, let's do this, and let's find some food that looks good. So let's go to Farmer's Delight, and let's see if there's something that might look really nice on a plate. Especially since we're only going to have vanilla. So we want to find something. Sandwiches always look good. Let's look at the pie slice and see what it looks like, and the salad. So let me see what a pie slice looks like on a plate here. Does it? No. See, that's the problem with
I can help you with
Chroma
that.
Hills, that the food doesn't quite look like food. Yeah. Hi, Peyton. What would work that would look like food that works? The plates probably, but these plates are all, you would almost need a flat plate. Cooking for Blockheads doesn't have any. Farmer's Delight is one. This is Farmer's Delight that we were looking at, their food. Let's see, there's another farmer. Let's see if we can find them. The Veggie
I can
Way.
help you with that.
Let's look at theirs for a minute and see if something of theirs actually looks like it can be on a plate. The egg looks like it, but we'd only have one single egg there, like that, and that's too
What
big.
is it?
I'm not going to be able to have anything.
I can help you with that.
Let's get an invisible frame. Let's get an invisible frame, and there's one, and let's put it here. None of these are going to work. They never quite look like their food in the right way, and so that kind of is a problem. Let's come over here and see right here. Let's put this frame here. I do that all the time. And then let's get a spatula, which is a part of Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod. And we're going to put it on the counter right there. Nope. One more time. Let's turn that. And there. That's sitting there. but we don't have like a place. You'd think in all the years of Minecraft that there would be a place setting, but there isn't really. And yeah, I don't think there's anything that I'm going to like that's going to look good. I don't have anything. The hand rake might look, and the knife might look like a place setting, but I can't put the both of them in a single thing. I would only be able to put the hand rake, and it's too big. So they're all too big. There was a time when there was stuff that you could put on, but a lot of that had to do with a specific designer, and I forget their name, but they had everything. They had a piano, they had toilets, they had everything. And it was one of those things where they just aged out. They just couldn't keep up. And I completely understand them not being able to keep up. It's tough. It's tough. And so yeah. So that's why we don't. Now, what time? I think I might not be able. So here for the time being, do I have something I can cover this with? I don't really want this here like this. So I'm going to cover it for the time being. I don't want that. We'll see what happens as time goes on, what I want to do about this little area here. And I see those pieces there, and we'll see what we want to do. But for now, yeah, we've got this new restaurant, and it turned out really nice. I think Peyton is really happy about having her restaurant look like this. We're going to actually take a picture of this, and we're going to show this for today. I think I'm going to go early. I appreciate all of you being here, and thank you. I know it's only 2 hours, but yeah, I need to do some things. So I appreciate everybody being here. We're going to get some more stuff done. Because now he's actually going to be able, Max is going to be able to work on wait, is he going to be able to work on it yet? Wait, before I go, let me just look at something. And there is Flora, poor Flora. Yeah, she left you in the dark, didn't she? Jania did. I know. Look, see, there's some carpeting. She's starting. That's what she's waiting for. The carpeting hasn't come. I know. I need to work on everybody's houses. We're going to have to do some really quick housing. That's what we're going to need. So let's come down here. There's Brett and Chase. Yeah, that is Brett and Chase. And Chase starting to look like Russell, which is why I was like, is that? But it is. So we're going to come down to here where they are working. I'm going to change so that I don't mess anything up. Let's change into a survivalist. That didn't work. Let's do that again. I clicked off before I did anything. So, no. No. There we go. All right, so let's come back over here and let's look at what they're working on. Technology. So they just finished more scrolls, which should have opened this. But I don't see that opening just yet. Maybe I need to have the... It says it's locked, it looks like. Doesn't that look like it's still locked? Maybe it's not. Okay, Let me get the gilded stone and let me see if I can start on that. So from the inventory here, we need this and we can bring it over. Yes, Kiyoshi, I know you want to get up there, but you can't. So she's going to go around. I might change the chair. We'll see. Let's come here. Let's go to technology. No, it should be okay. It should be that they'll start working on it. So there's an hour left on Knowledge of the Deep, and it was 2 hours all total. There's an hour and 30 minutes left on the Gilded Hammer. And now we're going to open the Nether. Dun, da, da, da. So when they're done researching, this is another hour. When they're done researching that, we'll be able to have Max start on the Nether mine. And that is going to be really fun. During all this time out with your friends survival server, you've been developing a deep housing system and methods, things like family systems, house variation, self-efficiency, and others. Nice. Yeah, cause you have to. It's one of the things that you have to do in order to have the place run really well. So family systems and various houses start to be boring after a while, so you want to work on some and things like that. And the two sub-technicians should be enough, but how many sub-technicians do they say we need? Let's see how many it says for a full set of submarine techs, because we might have a problem if we don't have enough people to actually run the sub. So far we have 2, and how many can we have here? What? Look at how many this is. Whoa. 1, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nah, we can't hire all of them. We probably can only hire a certain amount. Let's see. And at the same time, a new style, the medieval Ukrainian. If you research this on Google, you can find some nice photos. Ah, yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. What do I want to do here? I see that. I see this. Let's look here. We don't have anyone here yet. And we don't have anyone here. We could have 4 people for sure. We probably need 6 altogether, maybe 6 submarine. But then where would the technical people sleep when they come down? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Do we have any other places for sleeping? Let's look. There's plenty of screens down here. These are all the screens for running the submarine. And this up here goes up to, does it open? Up. I just put something there. I think I just put that there. Let me get a lantern. Oh, I see my problem. Let's come down. Let's come down. Ah, this is dark. We'll come down here for a minute. I know what my problem is. Let's return. Let's put this away. Let's return to creative. And there we go. And let's go back. Let's get a lantern. And nope. I always do that. I rush it. And let's go here, lantern and T, and let's hold this right here, and that is 8, and so we have a lantern now. Let's go up. where we were with the lantern in our hand. And where did I put that? Let's make that go away right there. So this goes up to this level right here. Is there a door? Panels, panels, and panels. So this is just a way up. And is there another right here? This is a slab. And so this is actually the submarine. This is more than likely the submarine that would go out to the water, that part right there. And that is good to know. Let's come down here. So remember the thing that we were going to do once this is done also, that this has the colors, military colors, and we actually want to have diplomatic colors for the submarine, which would be purple, which would be university colors and things. And we knew that we were going to do this, that we are going to trade out the military colors for diplomatic colors, including the doors in this area and the colors in this area. So all of this is going to change to purple, and we can do this pretty easily. And this is part of our being prepared to do this. We actually don't need the gates because this is not a military establishment. And so we don't have to worry about that kind of protection. That is the outside there. Do I have one outside of this? I thought I did. Yes, I do. Good. So we'll put this right here for now. We should actually take these out. This is not a doorway. So we can take that part out. And is this leaking? No, it isn't. Okay, good. And so, yes. Zaf, yes, Zaf. I know I said I was leaving and then I didn't, right? I know I did that. I know I did. So we've got weapons on some of these counters. We can trade the weapons out for scientific equipment. So right here, instead of having that, let's go to, we could either go to, there's a couple places that have some really cool, see any wall on the colonial. If there's, you hope this won't be too much to ask, but could we see if there's any wall on the colonial side? Oh, good. Thank you, Zaf. I'll look at it. Afgaristo. Yes, Mr. Villager, I'll do that. Hold on for a second. I want to look. The Ring of Repair looks really good in a slot. So it looks like some kind of science, but nah, I don't want that. Let's look at blocks for a minute and let's see if we can find something. The problem is always Chroma Hills versus vanilla. So some things look good and some things don't. We know that the lapis block looks really good. We can find some other blocks here that have some special looks to them, and we can try some of those. And there we go. So we can use some of these mechanical things here, and let's see if I can put any of these down in one of these. So that's sideways, so that's not going to work. This will work. You could have that and have that look like some sort of box there. Let's look at some others. Some things turn out sideways and don't look like anything. And we could, let me see what this plant would look like if we put it in there. It looks like that. Okay, if it was something else there with it. I'm looking just for a moment, see if I can find something. There, a conduit. Now the conduit's going to be sideways, so it might not look right. Oh no, that works. We can use that, because that looks like something. It may just look like some sort of boxes, and that will be good. All right, next. The request from Mr. Villager to look at some colonial walls. So we're going to leave these behind, and remember that we're going to begin to turn all of this purple. So all of these are going to change. Oops, I would have just happened to take the piece that is, I'll need that, but I took the small piece. So we'll take these. So this is what it's going to look like. And I think we might need to put some light there. And all of this is going to become purple. And look what I've got. I've got wall. This is going to be interesting. So I think I'm going to have to put something here in order to get the wall to actually be where it belongs. And that is a long process. We're going to have to do that to change the colors. And yes, I am going to change the colors. And I think it's on the outside of this. It's a shame, but the ladder also needs to have a place where it's fixed. So for right now, we'll just leave that. That's a reminder to myself. Maybe a repeater on a side and a solar panel on the other, or maybe a blazing rod. Let's look for a second. Suggestions. Repeater, REP. That might work, but I think it's going to look like it's sideways. And let's see what it looks like. And then a solar panel. Let's look at solar. Let's look and see what the solar panel looks like. This one looks pretty good. And then what's the other thing? A blaze rod. B-L-A-Z. Just sitting on the counter. I don't think that one's going to work, but let's see this for a minute. Let's see what happens if we do that. Ooh, look at what that looks like. That's actually not so bad. It's kind of sideways, and so it's kind of strange looking. How is it sitting on that counter? Let's try the solar panel for a minute. It at least, and there it is. So it definitely looks like a little box, especially if it's turned this way. That actually kind of looks kind of cool. So yeah, let's have it turned that way, and it would look like that, and this one looks like this. And maybe putting them physically can look good. Oh, I think you're right. So let's take that away. Ooh, that's big. That's bigger than I thought, but that is actually, you're right. That's actually kind of interesting, that piece there. I'm going to take the flower away from here. Let's put this in the center right here as something that they have. Let's look at something else in the redstone area, and let's see. So we have that, we have this piece, and we have rails, some rail things that actually look kind of good. And now we have a red detector. Let me see what the red detector looks like. If we, yeah. So there's a red detector right there. So what it looks like is we've got all this equipment that they're going to take into the submarine right here. and it's all sitting on this shelf right in front of the submarine entrance. And these are some detectors that they have. And thank you. Obrigado, Mr. Villager. That is perfect. That works very well. So, yeah, I like that. If we want to have the flowers, they can actually go on tables up here. Like I could put a flower pot. There's a tree flower there. So there is something already. And but those, and there's one there. So, but this is actually really good for making it look like they've got these machines ready to go on the submarine. And that's perfect. Yay! So now all I need to do is repair that wall piece. I should have purple, but I don't. But there is one in the hall, so we'll take that. And we would need leaves, LEA. And there we go. Let's take some oak leaves and let's get a concrete. There's a trapdoor there. And let's put a leaf right here. Nope. So it is on this side. So we have to put the leaf right here. So right there and there. And that will allow us to put the purple right here. Like that. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so that's going to be the new colors that we have in this area. And Mr. Villager is saying every time that he decorates a table, he always puts the most bigger item in the center and the sides, the smaller ones. Who placed this protection on the staircase? The protection on the staircase? Let's see. Hold on. The protection on the staircase, Matlam and Mixasa did. It's actually the wall, the panels, and they put it in, which makes it really nice. Matlam and Mixasa actually did a really good job of using the new wall systems, and it's come out really nicely. It's made for a really nice thing. When these are level 5, depending on what's in this area here, we can see if we can put something, but I believe the milk tower is there, and that's going to wait. Did I put the ladder back? Did I take this away? No. Let's take that away. Let's put the ladder back here for right now. Can I put a ladder on there? Yay! Okay, and that takes care of that for now. And as a reminder that we still have that whole thing to do, including the submarine. The submarine itself also has to be. That's right, that's where the gate was, and that's why that's leaking. Is it leaking in the other area where we took the gate away? Is it leaking here? I think it is. So we'll put that in. And now for Mr. Villager, I'm going to go out and let's look at the wall for a second. And then we'll come back. Hello guys. What you doing?
Good day to you.
What you talking about? What are you excited about? They're like so excited about something. They really are. Let's go out here. We have this exit right here, and we can step out and come around, and then we can come up into the sky so that we can look at some blueprints. So what Mr. Villager wanted to look at was actually colonial wall. Sure, let's look at that. So let's get let's take these pieces and put them away. I'm going to hold on to the trapdoor. Let's take these pieces down, and let's make all of these go back into storage. And let's get a builder tool, and let's come here, touch that. Am I close enough? Yes. And then let's switch packs. So we've been working with Matlom and Mixasa's underwater base. We also were working with Blocky Universe's arcology system, which is a really nice filler for big cities, so you can add some additional structures. This is arcology here. We're looking for colonial. That's Minecolonies original, and I don't see it up here. There's Shire and Frontier. So let's continue for a minute. We'll go back down. There it is. So he was asking about walls, infrastructure. So there it is. So they have this whole wall system. I'm going to show it. I don't think all of them do. This is Mystic. I don't remember. Maybe they do. Let's look at the gate right off the bat. This is the gate for the wall system right here. And it is pretty big. This is a pretty big frontier fortress that is coming into play here. And this is what it looks like. It looks like that is made by who? I can't see what's underneath. But yeah, so there is a piece of the wall, and if we go inside, they're just empty spaces. You would put in what you wanted to, and they have torch chandeliers on the inside. So that's actually the gate for the walls. And then a corner of a wall is this piece right here. This is a corner piece for the wall, and you can see it. On the inside it has this walking area, and so this is a corner sheet of that. And then the stairs for the wall, and we've got ooh, that's actually quite nice. That is a really nice piece. Notice that these are decorations, and it does not have a level. So this is a single decoration without a level. So when you build this, you build this. And Vincentius, Zaf is calling you for a minute. And yeah, it's actually unexpected, but that's interesting. And then these are the straights for the wall. Let me see what happened here. That is it. So the straights are in very small segments. So you have a lot of control over the way the wall is. Vincentius is listening, Zaf. He's listening if you wanted to ask him a question. And so you can take the wall and put it all around however you want in these individual pieces. And so that is very, look at the Nordic, they're using spruce in these. It's very Nordic-like in that respect. Let me look at Nordic walls for a minute. I want to see. So this is actually, let's look at frontier walls for a minute and see. Are the same being? Yes. Every time we look for them, there's oh, he's always sleeping. Yeah, he's not sleeping now. Does Nordic have a graveyard? Say that again. You're not sleeping right now.
I did.
You're getting ready.
I'm upright and I'm talking, but I'm actually sleeping.
I see.
I have been for a while now.
So this is Nordic's graveyard. Oh my gosh, look at this. You recognize this, don't you? This is the Viking way to die, is to be on boats, set a fire. And so let's see what a level 5 looks like. No?
That's their way to. That's
Their way
their
to-
to dispose of their bodies after they die.
After they die? Yeah.
Their way to die is
Is to fight.
yes, charging into battle.
This is so because they send their bodies out on floats, on ships, out to sea. This is actually the graveyard right here for the Nordic, these ships. So this is it. So this is, that's a beautiful head on that. That is gorgeous. The dragon head that is on the ships. And let me see, Nordic, if I'm not mistaken, that John Ryer, he just updated Nordic. And so that is giving us this look. Let me look at, let's come here. Let's bring this up for a minute. Let me switch for a second so I can look at Nordic right here. Let me find it. Wait, did I come back away? Let's come down here. Yes, and it's Luna. Luna was the original designer, and then John took over recently to update it because it was one of the original designs when we started to have more different kinds of designs. It was one of the first, and along with Cave and such. It's midnight there. Yeah. So Mr. Villager, if you're still here, so that you don't get surprised, I'm only going to be on for another 20 minutes. It's in the middle of the afternoon where Mr. Villager and I are on the in the Americas. It's still afternoon, but Zaf is in Greece and closer to the time that Mixasa is on, where it's midnight. It should be close to midnight there as well for him. And yes, so that is Nordic. I want to see the Nordic walls for a second. So they have two different types. They have fancy and palisade. A fancy segment looks like this. So this is a Nordic wall. Wow. So this is the inside of the wall, the part of the wall where on the inside, and then this is the defensive outside of the wall. And that is quite a wall piece. So that is a single segment there. And let's look at the Americans are so much better than us. Someone said, a friend. I don't know about that. It depends on what is the definition of better. And then palisade walls. Let's see if we can get a palisade wall. It's these, yes, that they'd have to climb over, these palisades. So that is a really nice wall piece, and makes it hard for them to get through. And so that's really good. Is 1 hour shift from Greece. Yes. So 1 hour in front, 1 hour ahead of Normandy is where Zaph is. So that is spruces. Spruce. That is Nordic, which is of course spruce. That is the Nordic build. The Frontier build, which is Mubian, their walls, let's see, their long wall. They have a long wall, level 3, and there it is. So they have sidewalk. Wow, look at this. So look at the look at the rail running underground, and the rail actual station, it looks like here. And then let me look in here. Can you, this is the wall right here. This is a Frontier wall, and this whole big piece underground, is there anything in it? It's just to support this rail, this railway here. Wow, that is amazing. This is Mubian, and this is Frontier. This is Frontier actually having rail as a part of the Frontier, the new Frontier. Let's look at another piece of wall from this. Let's look at the station wall, level 3. So this is where they go up and down, I hope, to the, yes, there it is. Dun, da, da, da. So this is how they get up and down. Wow, I like this. I love the rail. This is lovely. Mubian, this is really nice. I love the rail. And he has it so that the rail is going to run all around the outskirts of the city, it looks like. Pave the road becomes true. The research, yeah. It has a crazy modern look. But if you remember, the rail was one of the things that happened during the Frontier times, during the 1800s and stuff, which was Frontier. And I find it curious that, and I wonder if this is, I don't remember if Mubian is the Australian or not. I want to say that he is, but I could be wrong. Exassa might know, but maybe their Frontier had rail like this, learning from the Americans and their Frontier, so that they started doing these kinds of pieces. But that is super cool. So that's the train station, and the wall is attached to that. And this is the gate, level 3. This is actually the gate piece. So when people come into the town, they come through this gate right here, and here they are, and then they can walk around town. Is there anything here? This leads to the rest of the walkways, that piece right there. And then of course this is rail coming to a stop right at these gate pieces. So this gate is where he's got it. It's why he designs style for flat area. Yeah, I think so. Yes, he is Australian. Yeah, I thought I remembered that. And yeah, so that is why the design, so this is their Frontier, and which is really pretty cool. And I like it a lot. And I like this. This would be interesting to do. And you're absolutely right, Mr. Villager, that this would be very flat, a very flat design. It would be interesting what we would need to do if there were hills or something like that. I think this is meant to be pretty flat. And but it is gorgeous. absolutely gorgeous. So thank you, Mr. Villager, for wanting to see the walls, because that is really quite an amazing system. And you could actually have the town not be flat, but have where the rail goes be flat. And you could do both. So the rail around the wall area would be flattened for this part, but then the city itself might be up the hill or down the hill. And I think that would do. And so, yeah. What about, you see? Okay. All right. I lost track of what's going on in the chat for a second. So, yeah, but I absolutely like that. Mubian has done a really good job with this. And I think Mubian has 2 sets. Let me look here. Let me touch this. Let me switch out. So Mubian did the frontier, but I thought he also did that Mubian was responsible for either Byzantine or one of those. I know John was working on a couple things. Thaler is one of the people who really made some amazing he moved design forward so much when he made the original pagoda style, and that was really, really cool. And who is steampunk is Mubian. So steampunk was Mubian and Motionless Train and Yolokabi. They did that. And then Annie and Cujo redid with Ray and Aravind the Birch, the urban Birch. That was actually one of Ray's from the beginning, and Lady Shatana doing the caves. And let's see here, Carl Ansor. I remember when the medievals started to come out, and that was Carl Ansor at the time, and I don't know a lot about him, but I do know that. Jungle was redone by the team, and it might have been redone online, and the Colonial was made entirely online while they were streaming on Twitch, and Mixasa is saying that he agrees the underwater style is made for a flat area in the ocean, but the next style will not. Yes, the next style is nowhere near being made for a flat area. It's being made for, we're looking forward to that, the new mountains. That's going to be neat. And so, yes, so stalactite caves still exists, and I haven't seen the walls in stalactite caves. There aren't any. Yeah, there aren't any. There's an enchanter tower, there's military, but because we're in caves, they don't actually have walls. That makes sense. And then just like in the ocean, they don't really have walls. But Corrupted Pagoda is, I believe, one of the contest winners. And it is actually a sort of a remake of Thaler's Pagoda, except it's using different materials, and it's really gorgeous. And some of the pieces look really good. If I can find just the town hall or the tavern for a moment and do a level 3, and so you can see that all the pieces are really, really dark and really bright and really interesting. And so it's an interesting look that he gave to Pagoda, and definitely was nicely done. So yes, so that was that's some of the packs, and of course Mixasa's and Matlom's underwater base, which is what we are using as our as the heart of our build right now. Although, as Mixasa has pointed out, we are using probably about 8 others. 8 other styles as well. So the milk tank is here, and the entrance is here. This is, I believe, the sheep farm right here. It is. And so see where the hut block is right there. I don't know that we're going to be able to join this part, but we might. We might. We'll see what happens after this is a level 5. This is only a level 3, so we can't do anything permanent until we get to the level 5. And that is pretty wild. So we were going to stop, and this is one of the things that happens, but I was having so much fun. But Vincentius Primus just went to bed. So I'm going to have to go. And then we'll come back and do stuff again. And we'll continue, because this is Minecraft, and you know Minecraft, it never ends. It's endless. All the things that we can do. There's a guy, there's a streamer who has been streaming the same city for like 10 years. And it's like, wow. So, okay, I've got to go. Thank you, everyone. Mixasa. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much. And bonne nuit. Have a good night. It's midnight where you are. Minuit. Midnight. And a bientôt. I will see you soon. Zaf. Afgaristo. Zaf. Antio. And I will see you soon. I will learn how to say that one of these days. Mr. Villager, ciao. Obrigado. And you have a wonderful rest of your afternoon and evening. Boa tarde. And I will see you soon. I'm going to play music. Music. I hear music. Journey's like, are you leaving or what? Bye for now, people. Bye. I'll see you soon. Bye.